Here is 5 ways you can boost your self-confidence right after this. Hey everybody, I'm Taylor from BeardVersusGeek.com, where I show you it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. Now, one thing that is associated with men is self-confidence, right? Every man is strong and is tough and knows exactly who they are and what they're capable of. Well, that's not exactly true. Because let's face it, sometimes we struggle with our own self-confidence. But often, being a man means being self-confident and confident in your abilities. Well, we have all struggled with that at times because, after all, self-confidence is more like a muscle and it needs to be worked out every now and then. It's not just there. So here are 5 tips that have helped me with my own self-confidence that I'm sure will help you with yours. Let's start with number 1. Do not associate self-confidence with looks. Now, this is very common, especially for a lot of teenagers out there, because, let's face it, looks are kind of the king in teenage society. And guess what? That doesn't really just stop there. That continues on into college, university, the workplace, and all sorts of different things. A lot of folks look at people who have genuinely good looks, and they tend to be more confident. And so people think, oh, well, it's something genetic. You know, there must be something in there about their looks that makes them self-confident, or they can only be confident about themselves because of their looks. First off, confidence is not a gene that is part of your DNA. Self-confidence is kind of like a muscle where you need to work it out again and again and again in order for it to grow. When it comes to looks, it doesn't matter if you have acne all over your face. It doesn't matter if you're a guy with man boobs, which, you know, there are people who are not the most beautiful people in the world, but they can be extremely self-confident. Let's move on to number 2. Don't compare your success and your progress with others' success and progress. Now, this is something that human beings love to do. We love to look around and we love to compare ourselves to others. But there's always going to be someone out there who is better at something than you are. That's just life. There's lots of YouTubers out there who are a lot better than me. There are a lot of people out there who are better at lifting weights than I am. There's a lot of people who are better at public speaking than I am. But that's okay, because as long as I do not, and as long as you do not compare your success with others, it doesn't matter what other people are doing. What matters is you, and what matters is your journey and your success and development. Your journey is different than my journey, which is different than someone else's journey. Number 3, focus on what you are good at. Now, if you watch one of my previous videos, 5 ways to deal with rejection, which I highly recommend you watch because that happens to everybody, you'll find out that one thing to focus on is what you are good at. Well, the same thing with self-confidence. We are each good at something. You may be amazing at video games or crocheting or something that I am not good at. I can tell you that for sure, that there are a lot of things out there that you would be very good at that I am not that good at. For example, running 100 yards, not that great at it. So focus on what you're good at and expand upon what you're good at. Constantly learn more about what you're good at. Use that good foundation of skills and knowledge that you possess and grow upon that. You may not be great at absolutely everything, because let's face it, no one will be. But you can be amazing and you can be an expert at something. So find what you're good at and then expand upon that and focus on that. If you focus on what you're good at, no one can touch your self-confidence. Number 4, believe in your ability to improve. Now, this is a big one. When it comes to your abilities, yes, you may not be good at everything, but you can be sure and you can be confident in your ability to improve. Now, you may not be able to improve at great rates when it comes to everything. But as we found out with the case of Michael Jordan, if you keep on keeping on and you keep trying, then eventually you will improve and you may even be exceptional at that thing. If you don't know the story about Michael Jordan, link in the description down below. It is a pretty cool story. But this way, if you focus on your failures and if you focus on your improvement as an educational opportunity, where it is a chance for you to become better and to constantly improve yourself, nothing is going to touch your self-confidence, because you will know that even though you may suck at it now, you will improve. And I can tell you that from my personal experience when it comes to a crap ton of everything. Take these videos, okay? Go back and watch the very first video that I made with my friend Seth, who is the other Beard in Beard vs. Beard, and you will see that the videos overall have improved dramatically between then and what they are doing now. And finally, number 5, my absolute favorite, and this is so true, especially as a teenager or anyone that is dealing with their own self-confidence: fake it till you make it. That's right, it may be a little bit of a cliche, but it is so true. Now, I learned this in theater. I did a lot of theater in high school going up because honestly I needed it to improve my self-confidence, and my family recommended it, that it would be a good way to improve that. And overall, it did, and it helped me get over stage fright and a whole bunch of other things. But you gotta fake it until you make it. People like being around people who are self-confident, who are comfortable in their own skin. So until you get to that point, pretend like you've already gotten there. Now, this is kind of hard to do for people who are introverts, who quite frankly are kind of like me. I'm a bit of an introvert, although you wouldn't know it from looking at these videos. And that comes from faking it until I made it. And once I made it, I was more self-confident about myself, to the point where, yeah, there's going to be a couple haters in the comments, and you know what? Sawed off. I don't care, because I know what I'm good at, and I'm constantly improving on what I'm not good at. So you know what? Bite me. So there you go, folks. There are 5 tips that has really helped me in my life deal with my own struggles with self-confidence, which really has been an issue at times, and I'm pretty sure will be an issue at times. If you have any advice that has really helped you out, let me know in the comments down below. You can really help some people out as well. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Great videos like this are coming out every single week, where I show you it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. You can also check out these 2 videos right here for a little bit more manliness and geekiness in your life, because let's face it, if the women don't find you manly, they should at least find you geeky. And until next time, don't go shaving on me.